The views, comments, and opinions of the following program do not necessarily reflect those of Morris Media Studios, MorrisMediaLive.com, or its affiliates. Listener discretion is advised.
Ain't nothing changed with them bitches, they know my name now. It's such a shame a younger fella kill a game now. And I be in it for the money.
Welcome to Another Chappelle Show. Thank you for listening. I'm your host, Lauren A. Jones, alongside Courtney Chappelle and Michael Cotton. Make sure you're following at ACS Podcast on Instagram.
Okay.
And
hello,
hey
everybody.
guys.
Hello. Welcome, everyone. How are you?
How we doing?
We good.
So we're going to jump into it.
Yes.
Blake Griffin.
Blake Griffin.
Yikes. 5-time All-Star Blake Griffin resigned.
Right.
Re-signed, rather, a 5-year contract extension last offseason.
Mm-hmm.
Yesterday, news broke and shook up Twitter that he was traded to the Detroit Pistons.
Correct.
Do you agree with the Blake Griffin trade?
From Detroit's standpoint, yes. Well, I'll say for both. For Detroit, absolutely, because they weren't going to get another star in there to just sign as a free agent. Detroit, no big-time free agent is just going to go sign there. For the Clippers, it's time. It's been a long time. They maxed out with Blake Griffin and DeAndre and Chris Paul. It's over. It's time to blow it up. So they blew it up, and I think they need to go ahead and trade DeAndre next. Go ahead and ship Lou Williams out at least for a first-round pick. And start the rebuild process. Even though they say they don't want to rebuild, they want to move along the fly, just along how Boston is doing it. But no, start from the bottom and go from there.
What about you, Courtney? What's your thoughts?
Amazing deal for the Clippers, man. As we all know, or most people know about me, I am a huge Jerry West fan. So personally, I love it. I appreciate Jerry West getting rid of Blake Griffin. I'm not a Blake Griffin fan much. I don't really care for Blake Griffin. It's about time he go. I didn't like that Bryce Johnson going. I'm a Tar Heel fan, so I don't like that. They didn't give my boy a chance to shine out here in L.A. Maybe he get a chance in Detroit.
Hold on.
Sure.
Don't bring up no other name in this trade from the Clippers side. Mm-hmm. Blake Griffin, continue, please.
Okay, well, my friend's Willie Reed, so.
Your friend's Willie Reed. Yeah. Shout out to Willie Reed. Willie Reed did his thing. Again, Bryce, you ain't get a chance. I hope you get your chance in Detroit, brother.
Willie Reed.
What about Willie?
Blake Griffin.
Right.
Go ahead.
No. It's two other people in this trade. Don't do them like that.
You're bending.
So
he's starting early today, guys.
As far as let me see who else we got.
Tobias Harris.
Tobias Harris.
Hey, welcome to LA. Tobias is a baller, man. Avery Bradley is a baller. They gonna come over here and they're gonna do a lot of. They're gonna do some two-way playing. I think they gonna find a nice little home over here in Clipper Town. I don't understand it for Detroit. They needed point guard help, and they went and got 3 power forwards. So I don't really see how that's going to help them out.
I don't know if you heard, but Blake Griffin is a star.
Mm-hmm. Blake Griffin's...
He is.
Blake Griffin is a what?
Star. It gives you star.
He's star.
He's a minimal.
I'm about to walk out.
Okay star. Barely.
Blake Griffin is a star in the NBA.
Barely.
Do you guys think he knew about it?
No.
Did the Fresh Prince eyes just kind of give it away when he tweeted that, or what?
Yeah, what?
Yeah, I think it was shock.
Yeah.
I think it was shock.
I think the whole world... I was shocked.
Were you?
I mean, why re-sign him only to trade him in the first year of his contract?
Well, unfortunately, they're clearing all of their space to go after the king.
Right.
But we all know he's not going there.
As they should.
Are they? Is that what they're doing?
Yeah, they're really trying to clear up some space, get rid of some contracts. I think Jerry West was part of that signing process because he wanted to see what he had in Blake. It's one thing to see a person from the outside, and when you see him from the inside, you kind of realize, okay, you are what I thought you were. Let me go ahead and get rid of you.
Well, okay, so let's just talk about Jerry West for a second. He was signed last year to be a consultant for the Los Angeles Clippers.
Correct.
He's getting paid $4 or $5 million on Steve Ballmer's dime. So was this his idea? All his idea?
I think he plays a major role in this.
Jerry
Lawrence
West
Flint
did
is there, but-
the convincing because Steve Ballmer wanted to keep it going, and Jerry West did the convincing like it's time. So
That's what he's there to do.
he is. He's there to consult, and it's about time.
He there to make the big moves and the big consulting things, and when it's time to go, time to go.
So who won that trade?
Oh, easily the Clippers. Easily. They got draft picks. They got youth. They got cap relief. I can't see how they lost.
I mean, you could say that, but Detroit got the best player in the trade.
That's not saying much.
Blake, once again, I don't know if you guys.
What makes Blake Griffin a star? Let's do this. I see you want to do it today. What makes Blake Griffin this great star?
Well, I'll
say
give him
he's
the
just-
nod.
Is he a
Stars.
franchise player?
I would give him no. Obviously,
Say
he's
this-
not
listen,
a franchise.
bingo.
player.
To me, there's levels. There's star. There is superstar.
No. Star, all-star, then superstar.
He's an all-star.
Okay, that's it. All right. Star, superstar, all-star. That.
Right.
It's not that many superstars. It's only like 3, 4, 5.
There's
six,
quite a
some-
few.
There's quite a few.
No.
No?
Y'all not about to do this.
No?
There's quite a few.
There's quite a few.
I mean,
Quite a
that's
few.
why the All-Star selection this year was so difficult. I mean, there were people like Paul George left off. I mean, so
Make it.
Franchise players. Blake was supposed to be a franchise player. Do you
he
agree?
was not a franchise.
Supposed to be.
His injury proneness,
Correct.
really
prevented that.
Right.
prevented that. His attitude, he didn't really have a lot of leadership skills. You're
Right.
getting into it with ball boys, if you will. I
Right.
mean, that kind of those antics to me show that there's a
He's not a
lack
leader.
of mature. Yeah, and so to me, a franchise player has to be all of that and a leader. And especially you have to be on the court for a significant. He was missing significant time
So that's
every
awesome.
year.
Anthony Davis not a superstar?
Anthony Davis is better than Blake Griffin.
I know.
Yes, Anthony Davis is a superstar.
Well, I was talking to her because she said that you got to be on the court, and he always misses significant amount of time.
Right.
Yeah, but he's a better player,
Okay.
and his to
Does
me,
more.
he's not. There's no antics involved in Anthony Davis.
There's a lot of antics involved in Blake Griffin.
There's a
a
lot of antics involved.
But he's a
Blake
star.
Griffin.
What
And
is
he's
he?
also older.
And he's such a star. Will he get Detroit into the playoffs?
This year?
Yes.
Where are
Because
they
if he's
right
a
now?
star,
9, I believe.
they're anywhere from 9 to 12. I think they like one game.
One game behind Philly. No,
Separation.
they're 3 games behind Philly.
Right, with the Knicks. So they all, like I said, from 8 to 12 is like 3 games separation between
Right.
everybody.
You're right.
Right. So is he that good that he gonna drag them into the playoffs?
They're nine.
They
So
have a
they're
chance. They have a chance.
They have a chance.
2 games
No.
behind the 76ers.
Okay.
What is their schedule?
So what number are they? 10?
They have Cleveland
They're
tonight.
They're 9th.
Yeah.
Will they get in the playoffs?
Somebody would have to drop out. I don't see.
No, you
anybody.
call Blake Griffin a star. If he's a star, like you say, and he's the best player out of this draft, and he's in the Eastern Conference, they're currently 9. He should be able to get them into the playoffs.
Just because
I
you're a
agree
star
with
does
that.
not mean that you're going automatically to the playoffs.
Well, but
Last
also
year they
you
got New Orleans got Boogie Cousins. They did not. They went down.
But you have to also take into account
doesn't mean-
they were a
these guys
bad
have
team.
to learn each other. It's a team, So obviously
Right.
people have to adjust to that. Reggie Jackson and Andre Drummond
Right.
are those.
Well, Andre ain't shooting jumpers. Andre is really alley-oop dunks and
Right, so
maybe
that's kind
post
of
play.
what Blake is accustomed to. I mean, DeAndre is
And
not
they're still
shooting many
missing
jumpers,
point guard
so-
play
That's the bad
because Reggie Jackson is out.
That
like you
he's
said.
going into a role that fits him well
Yes,
because it's like playing right next to DeAndre,
right.
and he has a coach who has had players whose talent didn't match their work ethic, and they got into an NBA Finals. So it shouldn't be hard for Blake to play inside out.
was
He
a
has
superstar.
shooters around.
So
him.
are they going to make the playoffs,
No,
Michael?
Michael, no. Michael, no,
No.
exactly. So I don't want to hear that
Okay.
star.
I don't see
me.
anybody falling out.
He's
I
a
think-
premier
I
name.
think Philly will make it.
Hey,
I think.
listen. Detroit is
Washington
not a
had-
Kia town.
hold on,
It's a Ford town.
Hold on. I don't want to jump further.
Come
but
on.
Some people have a chance. One team has a chance to fall out.
Who?
Washington.
Oh.
John-
Washington will make the playoffs.
They might. They have a chance to fall out.
I don't think so.
And that will open up the door
I
for
don't think
Detroit.
so. I don't think so. I think they're going to thrive without John.
Here you go.
Oh, boy.
Here you go. You
Watch.
just
Watch
gotta-
what I tell you.
You got to just stop
Watch
being
what I
such
tell
a
you.
Okay, I'm going to reel this back in, back to Blake
All the
Griffin, though,
time.
guys. Let me reel it back out in
ahead.
for a second.
I'm starting to
So,
sweat. Making me hot.
what does the future hold for the Clippers? I mean, so we get rid of Blake, right?
Right.
Clearing house with DeAndre, potentially Lou Williams as well before the trade deadline. So what is left of the because I've been in those locker rooms a lot recently, and there's a lot of G League two-way players in there. There's a lot of first-year guys. There's like Wesley Johnson, I mean, Sam Decker. I mean, these guys are Austin Rivers, who's injured. And where is Austin Rivers in all of this? And Doc
hanging
Rivers.
out.
Why are these?
Doc is
why
fired.
are the Rivers like?
Doc is fired.
Well, he should.
Doc,
Doc
okay.
is overrated.
Doc is fired. Doc is overrated and Doc is fired.
So
Let
is
me tell
Doc
y'all what it
overrated
is.
as a coach, or was Doc overrated as a GM, or both? So we're
Both.
just
Since they should do a
Both.
GM,
Okay.
forget that. I'm about to tell you what it is.
tell us what it
You
is.
tell me.
Doc is overrated.
Right?
Okay.
2008, he won a title.
Correct.
Their staple was defense
Correct.
when they had Tom Thibodeau.
Correct.
Once Tom Thibodeau left, nothing.
Correct.
Doc Rivers, I believe, has the most blown 3-1 leads in NBA history.
Correct.
Orlando, blew
Correct.
3-1 lead to Detroit.
I'm in agreement with you. I feel the same way about that.
He's so overrated.
Right.
Yeah.
Up 3-2 against the Lakers in the finals, 2010. Blew it. We came back and won, thank God.
Right.
Yes.
But overrated,
Right.
totally. You agree?
I completely agree, but I also want to understand why there's just this safe haven around him. I mean, like he just
He's a
seems to have a
championship
lot
coach.
more cushion than other guys.
He's a championship coach.
Is he going? So is he going back to the booth, or is he going? Where is he going?
I think he could get a job somewhere in the NBA because it's a lack of good coaches. I think Doc is a good coach and not a great coach. I don't think
could
he
agree
should have
with that.
ever been a GM. I thought that was a bad move for him because he's not going to make the tough decisions like getting rid of his goddamn son. Although I don't think Austin is as bad as people make him out to be. Austin is a solid backup point guard in today's NBA. I'm not going to act like he can't play. I just don't think he's a starter or need to be like paid out like he's some, potential all-star. Doc is overrated, but I think Doc and Tim and Tom Thibodeau are both overrated. They need each other. They work well. One works well defensively. One works well offensively.
I think we got to give Tom
when you put them
some
together.
time to see if he's over.
I will not give Tom any credit.
Why?
He ran the Bulls into the ground. Every
had the
one
best
of those,
record in the league.
every one of those players are now beat up, hurt,
Had the
and
best
can't
record in the league.
move. And the Minnesota
Jimmy
Timberwolves
Butler
are
looks
playing
good.
at the highest. Timberwolves players are playing at the highest minutes mark, and they are getting run down into the league. I.e., Zach LaVine got hurt. Andrew Wiggins is at the top in minutes. They're going to be hurt the same
They're
way.
young. They should be playing those amount of
good.
minutes.
I hear you.
They're
Hurt.
fourth in the West right now.
So
They're playing well.
They're playing
Okay.
very well.
where he going to get with him? Where should he be? He should be Western Conference Finals. Do you agree?
With this team?
Yes.
No.
Why not?
It's Golden State and Houston.
Why shouldn't they beat Houston? Houston doesn't play any defense. He's a
Houston
defensive
is
coach.
a top 10 defensive team. You need to stop lying on this podcast.
They are not a better defensive team than anybody you can name in the West. You will not lie over here.
You're lying on
How many
our
20-point
podcast
leads
for
have they
whatever
lost?
They lost a few.
How many? More than a few. They got double-digit numbers and lost 20-point leads. Don't tell me about defense when you got 20-point leads and you're losing
I understand
them.
that.
You're a top 10 defense.
They are a top 10 defense.
Double-digit losses lead. If they're up 15, you have no worries. You can come back and beat them.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're firing threes on all
Because
day
that's all they do. They are the Phoenix Suns of today's NBA.
with a little bit more.
How many times did Phoenix win anything?
They were robbed one year, but that's
How
not
many
a problem.
times did Phoenix
They
win
didn't
anything?
win.
Oh, never,
They were
right?
robbed.
Did they win anything?
No.
I don't
mean, they
care
wasn't
about
robbed.
robbery. We only care about winners.
Oh, you don't care about robbery?
No.
Okay.
No. We only care about winners.
All right, guys. Well, to sum it up,
Timberwolves should be Western Conference Finals.
okay.
They got a bench. They have starters. They have all-stars.
So you think they're
And they
better than
Western
they're better than
Conference?
Houston? They're better than San
Finals?
Antonio.
Right.
They're better than Oklahoma City.
The Western Conference is so tough.
Do they have a all-star point guard?
No.
Jeff Teague never made all-star?
Jeff T.
Yeah, is Jeff Teague a top 20 point guard?
That ain't
Top
saying
20?
much.
No, hold on. Hold
It's
on.
only
Do they have a
30
top
games in the
20
league.
point guard?
That doesn't mean
We
anything.
should say, like,
Yes
the
or
top
no?
five.
Yes or no? Do they have a top
I would
5
have to
shooting
go
guard?
through the- Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
They got a top 15 small forward.
No, he's more higher than top 15.
He's higher than top 15, so you put him top 10.
Possibly.
So they got a top 10 small forward. Where would you put their power forward?
I don't know where he's going with this, but
I'm just saying they got in every they got a bench. They got veteran leadership. They got experience. They got two-way
Experience
players.
where? When you talking about Crawford and Todd Gibson?
Jimmy Butler is experienced. Taj Gibson is experienced. Jeff Teague is experienced.
You're talking about experience as far as what?
More so.
They've been in big playoff matchups, have they not? consistently over the last 10 years. They've all been in the playoffs.
Okay.
They've all
They
been in
haven't
conference finals.
They all have. You got to stop this.
They haven't been in conference finals?
They all.
They all have been in conference finals, yes or
Jamal
no?
Crawford has not been in conference finals.
Never?
No.
Okay.
Taj Gibson has that 1 year with the
Taj
Bulls.
Gibson.
Okay.
has.
Who else did you name?
Jeff Teague.
Jeff Teague.
He was in the
has.
playoffs 8 straight years. A conference finals, one of them.
He had one. He had one.
Right.
Who else? As far as their
So
veteran
Jamal
leadership.
Crawford has played. Oh, Jimmy Butler, 2-way player, been in conference finals.
He was on that team in what year was that the Bulls win? 2011? No, 12.
11 or 12, one of them.
11. Sorry.
Okay.
He was on that team in 11. I don't
This
think
is
so.
year 6 for Jimmy, right? This is year 6 for Jimmy.
Is it? Yeah. I think so.
No, then no. He has not. He was not on that 2011
Okay.
team.
So he's been in playoff experience. All I'm telling you is they have experience. They have youth. They have experience. They're deep. They should be able to beat.
Houston and Oklahoma City.
You keep
And-
screaming Houston. Houston good? Houston going Western Conference Finals?
Yes.
Book it
Yes.
right.
Book it.
Book
All
it
right.
right here on
All
Another
right. You've
Chappelle
heard
Show.
it.
Houston will not make it to the Western Conference Finals.
You're
Book
lying.
that.
You're lying.
Houston will be gone no earlier,
Okay, so
no later
who's
than
in
the
the
second
Western
round.
You don't
Conference
believe that.
Finals?
OKC and the Golden State Warriors.
Oh,
The headphones just came off. He's getting out of here, guys.
OKC and the
Just tell him
Golden
to come
State
back.
Warriors will be
Michael,
in the
it's okay.
in the Western
Come
Conference
back.
Finals. Book it.
OKC. Well, I'm a fan of OKC. I'm a fan of OKC. So.
You
Book it. Book it right here.
You believe the hype.
I don't believe the hype.
You
I'm
believe
with
the hype.
you. It's
You
Houston.
gotta stop this.
I know.
And Golden
Chris
State.
Paul
Too
can't
damn
stop
much.
Russell Westbrook.
Listen,
Is that a fact or no?
That's
Is that a fact or no?
hashtag
correct. This
fact.
was-
I know Paul George is not worried about no James Harden who don't play defense. I know that's a fact.
Harden is an MVP candidate.
And name which one of them is guarding
He's
Melo.
averaging
Ryan
the most points in
Anderson?
the league.
Listen,
Is Ryan
Melo
Anderson
is not
guarding-
the same? I know you love Melo.
See, this is
It's
what I
not
love
the
about
same.
you. This is what I
It's
love
not
about
the
you.
Guys, we're gonna have to table this because I want to make sure we get to all of our topics.
Come
Sorry,
on.
but
I got some stats for you on that too.
Any other notable potential moves before the NBA trade deadline?
Let me put back on my head.
Yeah, please.
Forgive me.
He's rejoining us.
I heard some nonsense.
All right,
Mm-hmm.
he's rejoining us. All right. So, any other potential moves? We there was a rumor of Mirotic being moved.
Yeah,
That fell through.
He declined that
Okay.
because he didn't
Oh,
want to.
he had say.
Yeah, he had say.
Yeah, he got a no trade clause.
Oh, well, see that's
Nikola Mirotic.
now that's what they need to be doing.
Mirotic.
I think Blake Griffin,
Mm-hmm.
let him be a cautionary tale to all of you free agents
Mm-hmm.
in this next upcoming contract season.
Bet on yourself.
Bet on your. Talk about that.
Mirotic.
Bet on yourself.
I didn't even honestly, guys. I wasn't really familiar.
And also,
with
it's a
Mirotic.
hold up in the it's a hold up in the George Hill trade. I don't know if y'all know George Hill's supposed to get traded for Cleveland for Channing Frye, Mon Shumpert.
I should have said any other notable moves.
Y'all not gonna be disrespectful.
No
to
one
that.
cares about George Hill going anywhere.
Y'all not about to be disrespectful.
All right, moving on. Super Bowl.
Let's
Okay,
change
guys.
the topic and change the whole sport.
Sorry.
Yes.
Sorry.
Yeah. Good
Super
job.
Bowl. Let's
Great
do
job.
this.
I like
This is
that
why-
one.
this is why I was hired,
This is
okay?
great. As soon as he mentioned George Hill, just change the subject. Okay, Super Bowl is
So,
coming up, y'all. Come on.
Philadelphia Eagles will play the New England Patriots in the 2018 Super Bowl in Minnesota.
Yes.
The Eagles have never won a Super Bowl.
Correct.
And the last time that they were in the Super Bowl, 2004-2005 season, they played the Patriots.
Correct.
And lost.
Correct.
So this will be the sixth straight Super Bowl. Sorry, not straight, rather, but sixth Super Bowl win since 2001 for the New England Patriots.
Correct.
Can Nick Foles defeat Tom Brady?
I need to stop saying no because I counted Nick Foles out the first 2 rounds and he's here.
He's here.
I don't think they can beat the Patriots, but hell,
Why not? Not saying that I'm choosing the Eagles over them. I'm just saying why don't you? I hear a lot of people say no, but why not?
I'm just going with history. I've counted time out plenty of times, and it's just like
That
I
last
don't care.
game, for
The
crying out loud.
Yeah,
I was just like,
I thought it was
Which
over.
was bullshit.
it was signed,
I mean, I
sealed,
think it
and
was
delivered.
too. It was they only got one penalty call.
They had one penalty call
The whole
in the
game.
whole football game.
I think the first time
fact
since
that the ref
2001.
congratulated him first. I mean, we
saw
all
that?
saw that. I mean, come
Referee
on.
was hanging out in the middle
He
of a
was
touchdown
like,
celebration.
yes, my brother, you made it.
Yeah.
Well, not my brother, but you know.
In the
close
middle of
enough.
a celebration,
My guy.
touchdown
My guy.
celebration, they're hanging out.
My dude. Yeah. Like Tom Brady is his favorite. Okay. Well, we all know what that was about. But anyways, so are you guys looking forward to that Justin Timberlake halftime performance? Do you guys even watch the halftime performance?
I do.
I check it out.
It's
JT?
weird.
The Beyonce
It's
one.
weird. I mess with JT.
Okay.
I'm actually a JT fan.
Me too.
I like
He
JT.
has some classics now.
Yes, he got
Good
some
entertainer.
classics. I mess with JT. Am I looking forward to the performance? Not really. Unless he gonna go do the last 2 albums, because I really didn't listen to the song prior to this album, and then when I did hear
I don't
about
even
the
know
album
what his latest songs
and
are.
the cover to it, it's really like a dude in the woods. He done got married, he done had a kid. Like, I think he's in that part of him life now.
You
the
brought up
mountains
his
and,
cover when
you know,
discussing
and
the
all that.
performance. What that got to do?
Yeah, I don't trust it. I don't trust it. Your vibe
Missy
right now
last
is telling
year,
me something wrong.
Was it last year with
What?
Missy Elliott?
Was she there last year, or was it the year before?
Was it the year
what
before?
about her?
I just was like, that was
dope.
Dope. Beyonce, these are the legends that
I think Justin gonna bring it.
Okay.
I think Justin gonna bring
Oh,
it.
it was Lady
agree.
Gaga last year.
Gotcha.
And
What
that
was
was
Bruno
awful.
Mars?
Huh?
Bruno
2
Mars?
years ago.
That was
Yeah,
2 years
okay,
ago.
okay.
Yeah.
He was the Seattle-Denver game, I think.
I like Beyonce too.
Yeah.
She's
And he was on the Beyonce one too.
Yes.
He been there
Yeah,
twice.
He's
That's
been
what
doing
it's-
it, yeah.
Yeah, my man Bruno.
And he won
Shout out
the
to Bruno.
Grammy?
Shout out to Bruno.
Yeah, he's
Best
doing his
album
thing.
of the
My
year.
God, shout out to you.
Doing his
Yeah.
thing.
I mean,
Shout out to you.
I was sad that
Being
SZA
great.
got snubbed for Best New Artist. But
Yeah, she should have got that.
Yeah.
Shout out to SZA.
Yeah.
Even though this is a sports podcast, shout out to
telling you,
SZA.
you
You should have been. You should have been on there, baby girl.
Thank you.
We
Talk about it.
you
Yeah.
definitely
Story
shoulda
of my
won that.
life. Anyways, okay, so let's go back. This is Brady's eighth Super Bowl appearance. Is he the greatest of all time? I mean, is this just safe to just put that label on Tom Brady?
Brady the GOAT.
Yeah,
Goat.
you just got to give
Brady's the GOAT.
Yeah.
Brady is the GOAT.
5 and 2.
I hate to say it, but Brady's the
I do
GOAT.
too.
Every time I try to count him out,
Yeah,
he's like, oh, hand? He's like Kobe. Like,
I'll give you this about them. Can Nick Foles do it? I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know how he's gonna act when them bright lights come on.
Well, the bright lights were on before.
Do he have the pieces
these
around? This is
bright.
different. These is the brightest of the bright.
all
We
the
have an
lights on.
Eagles fan tuned in, so
Yeah, we got an Eagles fan tuned in. Well, fuck the Eagles, okay? I'm a Giants fan, so just
this is a family show.
Man,
Jeez.
kids are listening.
Well, I have a personal, ties to the Eagles.
why? USC guy?
Nelson Aguilar.
Got you,
Had a-
Nelson.
had a
I did-
breakout season
Nelson,
this
how could I
year.
forget about you?
Okay.
My bad, Nelson. I definitely supported you during the. I definitely supported you during the
Not that-
season.
I promise you.
I know. It's just in the skies.
Well, we're gonna hope that
You
he's
need to go on
praying to
TV.
the
You
God
want to be on
that
TV bad.
I
Bad.
think that they have all of the pieces to beat the Patriots.
but
But
it's the
It's
Patriots.
about Nick Foles. It's about can
You
he
think it's all
do he
on
got the
him?
heart? Yes, because
if
he has
a
the receivers.
standout game, they win.
No, not even standout. Just don't
Mess
give
up?
it away.
A Alex Smith game.
Well, what about the
A
defense?
safe.
Because I think it's more on
I'm
the
saying as a
defense
safe guy.
to contain Tom Brady.
No, you
the
can't really
beast that
contain him.
is Tom Brady.
Can't really contain him though.
So you got to outscore them because
No, you just got to keep. You gotta make
How do
them
you win?
uncomfortable.
You got to get back there and touch Tom Brady.
That's
You
what I'm
gotta-
saying.
You got to put
Yeah,
him
you
on
gotta
the
get
bus.
to him early.
You got to touch him,
Yeah.
but that. Listen, we understand the refs are in favor of Brady.
yes,
Correct.
So we understand when they start getting real, they're going to help him offensively regardless of the fact. So what you have to do is beat their defense. And they have the receiver. They have the Nelson Aguilars. They have the Zach Ertz. They have the, oh man, I cannot remember. Alshon Jeffrey. They got
Yes.
2 running backs. They have one that was there last year that was on that Patriot team. They got one in
So they have all the
Ajayi.
pieces.
They have the offensive pieces. Is if Nick Foles, when they get down to it, and I'll tell y'all about fourth quarter, 7-8 minutes, and they get that ball and it's tight, and calls ain't going your way. Can Nick Foles get past all that, shake it out of his head, and make the plays that need to be made?
Well, it's not like he's like the Jared
I
Goff
think
of the
the
world.
Patriots roll them.
Oh,
Yikes.
roll
I think
them?
I don't think they roll them.
Okay, let's do the predictions then.
I think it's close early, even probably going into halftime.
Right.
Fourth quarter, Patriots 35, Eagles 14.
35-14? No, I won't give
Okay,
him
so
that.
the thing, Vegas. I
Well, it's
feel
9.5, right? The
Yes.
spread 9.5.
Spread is 9.5? No.
You'll take that? You'll take the under?
Yeah, I'll take the over. No, under. Yeah, I'm sorry. I go Eagles. I give you
We go Eagles what?
You Eagles win. Is that on record that you're saying the Eagles are going to win the Super Bowl?
He needs to stop this.
The Eagles are going to beat
27-30.
And the Patriots.
27-38. I'm going to go Eagles.
Okay, guys, you heard it.
27-30. I'm going to go Eagles.
Eagles. Okay. I'm going to go... I hate the Patriots, dude. Let me just put that on record. I
hate the Patriots.
I hate the Patriots.
And I hate the Eagles. I'm a Giant fan. I really don't want to see either one.
I'm a Cowboys fan, so
right. I don't want to see either one win. Really.
I'm a Seahawks fan, so no. But I honestly, I can't.
You from here? How does that?
Anyways, okay. Well, we didn't have a team.
You're
for
right.
all of
So
my
we can
childhood.
pick whoever,
So
right?
Pete Carroll is my.
That's right.
Yeah,
You're right. My bad. My bad.
Yeah,
My
it's
bad.
Pete Carroll forever.
Thank you
My
for
bad.
not making me pick. Honestly,
No, you got to give a
it's your
pick,
turn.
though. You got to
Honestly,
give a
though-
pick, though. Come on,
Okay.
put it on wax.
the thing is,
Right.
every time that I've bet against the Patriots, it just has been a mistake.
Right.
So the
So you
person
bet
who-
against the Giants when they played them? I just need that on wax.
Oh my gosh, it's not about the Giants.
So right now we're talking about this Super Bowl, and I'm going to go Patriots just because I'm smart. I
score.
mean, the score.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be a high scoring game. I'll say. I
Come
think
on.
it's going to be close though.
All right, give us one. Come
I'm
on.
going to say like 27
Come on, you in my range. Come on.
to 30
Ooh. 35?
to 35 maybe.
27-35 who?
The Patriots.
Oh, come on. Come on. Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Oh, did I
Jesus
just get?
Christ,
I
enough.
didn't get the spotlight anymore.
Yeah, no, that's
Courtney,
it.
I'll give you one thing. You'll give us some ratings because the shit you say is nonsense.
No, honestly, I would hope the Eagles win. I honestly do. I hope
I
that
do
they
too.
win.
I don't want to see
I
neither group
wanted
win.
I wanted the Jaguars to beat them. Like that was my whole
The Jag
thing,
was
but-
going to beat them, man. They got cheated.
I hope
Yes,
I'm wrong.
they did.
You hope you're wrong?
Yeah,
How,
for once.
Oh, really?
If-
Because it doesn't happen often.
right.
No.
Hear you, brother.
That's bad, Mike.
I hear you.
So that's at Shooter's Bounce right there. Anyways,
At Shooter's Bounce.
There we go.
if the Patriots win,
Right.
they will tie the Steelers
Right.
for all-time most Super Bowl wins
Right.
with 6. Mm-hmm. Where do we go from here with the Patriots? I mean, is it just dynasty? I mean, we already have that.
Yeah, they're a dynasty.
yeah,
Who's going to dethrone them? That's the
them.
who?
When they retire.
Who's going to dethrone them? You got some
Because it's
teams
one thing
coming.
to say they could lose, but then they'll be right back the next
There's
year.
a lot of teams coming. I mean,
gotta
we
get-
saw these.
You got to
teams
get
that
a
were
big
turned
time
around.
quarterback in the AFC. That's the problem.
Well, they have Big Ben.
Or what about young?
Boy, stop.
Right.
Next.
We already talked about.
Didn't he just get rolled on by the Jags? Remember we had that conversation?
They lost by
And I
3.
said he damn near Eli? Look real close, right?
They lost by
Next.
Okay.
It wasn't damn near close. Yeah, hold on.
So
Keep
who's
going.
dethroning them?
The
Themselves.
next, you mean like the next upcoming
The
team
next
in the
coming.
AFC?
Yes.
Oh, who's next up?
Who is next up?
What y'all feel about the Jags?
I like the Jags.
I like the
Are
Jags.
they gonna be like this good next year?
What? Well,
They
what
need a
about
wide
Minnesota?
receiver. Minnesota,
How do you guys-
NFC though.
Yeah, but I'm just saying for another.
Oh,
team
it's
to
over
just
for
kinda-
Minnesota.
Oh,
It's over for Minnesota. Well,
They have
you're
so
right.
many. They have some great quarterbacks
Alright,
there.
so, we'll put it like this: if Minnesota signs Case Keenum over Teddy Bridgewater, they're done. Case Keenum
I
just
think
showed you.
Teddy Bridgewater should
I love
get his spot back.
Teddy. He absolutely should.
I think Teddy should get his
he
spot
was
back.
doing great.
Correct.
Or
he
just
couldn't
all
help
right.
that.
Well, you know how they do it.
Yeah.
It's an open battle for.
No, there is no open battle.
That's the
You're not
storyline
the
that's going to
quarterback
go
here.
into training
That's what I'm
camp.
saying.
Absolutely.
It's not an open battle.
He
See, that's
knows
the problem.
Hey.
That's why it's over.
I like
because
saying
that's a
we're part of the
storyline.
media now.
Yes.
Right.
So we know what they're going to say. It's an open battle going into training camp.
Right.
Yeah.
And then they're battling. Whatever.
That's why it's over.
And then Teddy Bridgewater.
That's
gets the
exactly
job.
why it's over.
Because they don't just go in
You know
and say
they do
Teddy
that for
Exactly.
USC all the time, and we end up in really bad positions.
Yeah,
as a
because that was
result, 'cause-
stupid. It's just not smart.
Yeah, it's not smart.
Teddy Bridgewater is a better quarterback than Case Keenum.
Yeah, I'll give you that.
You just held on to the job because you were doing well and progressing. But clearly, we've seen what happens when it get real. You get destroyed.
Well, he was winning, so
Well,
you know,
Teddy
it
hasn't
doesn't
been that
matter
far
that.
either, so we don't know
What?
what he would do in that.
Teddy's
Well,
better than Case Keenum.
They needed a new kicker when Teddy didn't make
Right.
it to that stage.
Teddy different.
But hey,
Definitely
it
didn't
was
have
good
the
for my
offensive
Seahawks.
weapons at massive low. Your Seahawks, listen, I am a Pete Carroll fan.
Thank you.
I'm a Russell Wilson fan.
Hello.
I mess with some of their defensive people. I mess
All
with Richard
right.
Sherman.
That's
And
Richard
Yeah.
Sherman.
It's over.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, so-
No, I know. I'm a realistic fan.
Hey,
That's what
Pete,
I
if you
can't
know
say.
like I know, Pete, it's time to go, brother.
What?
Get up out of there.
Oh, he knows when to
where?
go now.
Huh?
You know
It's time
what?
to go.
Man, don't
yeah,
you?
yeah, he know
knows
when to
when
go.
to
It's
go.
time.
After
It's
you
time,
start-
Pete.
after
Go ahead,
you start
make
giving people houses
make the
and all that
move,
shit.
Pete.
Hey.
I'm sorry.
Make the-
Oh, you can't get a
Too soon?
house
Too soon?
when you're
Hey.
making billions of dollars.
Hey,
for
man,
a
don't do my
university.
man
You
Pete
can't
like
even
that. He
get
was
a
just
house
making
for
sure
your
people
family.
good.
I'm too
He just making sure
Period.
people was good.
People from the hood.
Yeah,
are
he
good.
was making sure the hood was
Okay.
good,
did the
baby.
same thing.
Huh?
Too soon too?
Tim Floyd?
All right, you just want to. Okay, this is not a USC conversation,
sorry.
but we are going to talk about
you
college.
got personal right there.
Okay,
That's that alumni.
Proud
fired our eyes.
Hey, proud
She got a little upset with me. She didn't.
Got personal.
Yeah, Michael, I thought we were on the same team.
We are. I was just asking, like, was it too soon to bring that up?
So, anyways, speaking of
Okay,
college basketball.
Right. Let's talk about college basketball.
Let's
Let's talk about it. So there are several young, talented players in college basketball. And
Correct.
normally, I'm going to just be honest, I'm not watching until March.
Wow.
But Marvin Bagley III,
Correct. Baller.
Michael Bridges, Trey Young, Colin Sexton, to name a few.
Miles Bridges, too.
Yes.
Miles Bridges is nice.
So last Saturday, Alabama edged Oklahoma 80-73. That was a much anticipated game because Trey Young and Colin Sexton it was the matchup, okay, of the point guards, the young point guards. Young had 17 points, 8 rebounds. Sexton had 18 points, 2 assists, very close and similar in stats.
Right.
Who is the better point guard prospect heading into the draft?
The better prospect?
Colin Sexton.
Oh.
No, she said prospect.
Prospect.
Yeah.
Coming
Better
into
prospect.
the NBA draft.
The better prospect?
That's a hot take.
Colin Sexton.
Everybody's
It's Trae
talking
Young.
about Trey Young.
Trey Young is better.
No.
I think as of right now,
No.
There's
a lot of overhype as of right now. But go ahead.
I've seen him
I hate that
play.
you got me defending this dude. He's
What are his stats? He's averaging 29
He's leading the league. He's leading the nation in points
per
and assists.
game. 4 rebounds, 9 assists per game. That's a stat.
Aw,
With no other.
that's cute.
No other 5 stars.
Jimmy Fredette led the country in scoring before. Where he at?
Okay. You got a point there.
Loser. I know a lot of leading the country in scores that ain't even in the NBA
And assists. Excuse me.
But
They
you've
overseas.
watched him.
Both. It's
You've
both.
watched him play, right?
Great shooter. That's
And
about it.
That's not his best attribute.
Got some
Right.
best. He
He's
could
averaging 9
dribble.
That's not his
assists.
best
He could pass.
attribute.
What?
His best attribute is passing.
He's averaging 9 assists.
He lead the country in turnovers too. Make sure you mention that.
Okay.
That's
Right.
not a part of the ESPN rundown.
Yeah, I know. We're gonna talk about it. Don't listen. I have this saying: you cannot praise his abilities that make excuses for his deficiencies.
No, I'm not.
But there are ways that he can improve. And
As a
he's
point
young.
guard, assist to turnover ratio means a lot. So if
does.
you got 9 assists and 6-7 turnovers,
Do you have 7 turnovers?
no, not
what
for
he
right
averages.
now.
You just
he
throwing
average
He
like-
just throwing out numbers.
No.
Yeah, hey, you see that? Don't
But
do
he
that.
has over 100 in college basketball currently, and it's still a month till March.
Okay, let's look at
A
his
month and some
stats.
change.
Huh?
A month and some change to the tournament.
A month and some change.
He averages 5 turnovers.
Pfft,
That is a lot.
pfft. 9 assists, 5 turnovers.
Sure.
Right.
Not even 1 to 2
Not bingo.
or 2 to 1, however you want to call it.
Right. Okay. So that's a problem, right?
Yeah.
We seen what pressure defense do to him. 4 of
That's
his
not even
last.
just necessarily on him, though. A lot of games I watch, he make
Okay,
open
now
pa-
Colin Sexton is over here with 2.
Exactly my
averages
point.
right.
18 points. He has another 5.
Colin
stars.
Sexton's a two-way player. Colin Sexton played defense
honestly,
and offense.
This, you don't need for your point guard to have such. I mean, he can shoot.
You don't need your
That's
point
clear.
guard to do what, Lauren? Don't do that. I'm pretty good.
do
I want
what?
to hear this. I want
To
to hear
do
what you're
what?
about to say. You don't need your point guard to do it.
No, I'm just saying that you don't necessarily. Like, there's the Lonzo Balls of the world
Right. What about them?
who can't shoot.
You see where we are right now?
So we just want it to be. But I'm just saying that we want it to be even.
Lonzo Ball will get there eventually, but I'm just saying right now we not.
Colin Sexton is the better prospect of
Why?
the two because he's the two-way player. He protects the
Trey
ball.
does everything on the offensive end.
Trey is overhyped.
Trey does everything on the
When
offensive
Trey
end better.
Young has pressure
I don't know if you
defense
can-
on him, when somebody walks him up the court, when they get physical with him, he puts his head down and he's not the same dude.
and he averages 30.
Average 30 against the big boy. What he
does.
got? What he got against Colin?
Kansas, he had 27.
He has
Ain't
on the
nobody over there.
They were top 5 team in the damn nation.
I don't care. Graham is trash. That team, they guards is trash. What he do against? What he do against West Virginia?
They
Lost. A lot of turnovers. Struggled. Okay. What he do against Colin Sexton? Lost. What about Kansas State? Lost. When it's pressure defense and we're on you and we walk you up and down the court and they get physical, he's losing.
We're talking about him as a player. You're talking about winning. We're talking
I'm
about
telling
him.
you who he is as a player. What you think the NBA going to do? They're going to put longer bodies on him, bigger arm reach. He's already little. So you could put Alonzo, who's 6'5", over there, and you're going to sit on top of him, and he wants to put 6'6". So he wants to pull jump shots. We know that.
He can
so we
pull
gonna
from
stay on
30.
top of
That does not matter.
He ain't Steph. Y'all worried about this 30. A lot of people, Jimmy Fredette was pulling from 30. Where's Jimmy?
understand that.
He's a star in China.
He is.
Oh,
He is.
where was he in NBA?
non-taxed money. I'm just saying.
I mean, he getting his money.
I think one game he had like 90 over there too. But that's neither here nor there. But
whose game translates better to the NBA? You mentioned
from
it
the
a little
gate,
bit,
Colin.
but
Two-way player. All right, let me ask you this. If he's struggling, if Trae Young is struggling, I got a question. If Trae Young is struggling, right?
yeah.
And he can't get a shot off, it's not going down tonight. Okay. Can he help you anywhere else on the floor?
Yes, he's a tremendous passer. Like I said, passing is his best attribute.
He averaged 5 assists.
He does not. He averages 9.
I mean, he averaged 5 turnovers.
Okay, with sorry-ass players. A lot of games I watch where you cut me the hell off.
Right.
He makes passes to players, and they drop the ball. They fumble the ball because he has terrible players. Name one player on the team.
5 turnovers.
Name one player on the team.
5 turnovers.
college basketball.
I can name one player on Alabama, John Petty. 5-star athlete.
5 turnovers.
5-star.
Okay,
Yeah, if you playing with
I
trash
watched him
talent.
leave his feet the other day. That ain't your teammate fault. You left your feet and tried to throw the pass.
That's correct. That's one play.
Okay, Courtney.
Okay.
That's one play.
Who
5
would
turnovers is bad as a point guard. As somebody who played it growing up, somebody that loves point guards, somebody that watches point guards, a big fan of the Jason Kidds, the Chauncey Billups, the Chris Paul. Those are turnovers that are not good. That's not a good thing as a point guard. So if he walks in the NBA right now averaging 5 turnovers, what would you
He's
you
definitely
call
going
that?
to need time to grow and develop.
Lonzo don't even average 5 turnovers.
Lonzo is different.
Okay, guys, who would you... Oh, well, no, actually, this is for you. Who would you like in Sexton's game 2, then?
Colin Sexton as a point?
In the NBA.
As a player, who'd you compare him to?
Today's game or just period?
Period.
Period?
Yeah. But I also would like to know today's game, because
I'd
that's what
say
I want to
his
know how
motor.
it is.
I go his motor's Russell-esque.
His motor?
Yeah.
I give you his motor. I give him a more athletic Chauncey.
Oh,
More athletic Chauncey Billups.
okay.
No, I don't think he's the type of shooter Chauncey was.
Chauncey ain't come in like that though.
That's true. He didn't come in like
He
that.
developed it. Just more athletic Chauncey. He could reach. I don't think his defense is that strong. Like I think it's good, but I don't think it's GP levels.
It's all intensity right now.
Right. I don't think it's GP levels. He could reach the Gary Payton levels.
That's why I also said Russ. I don't think Russ' defense is really good. He just high intensity.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
I could give you that a little bit.
what do
but
you say for-
To me, a more athletic Chauncey Billups. I give him Chauncey.
Okay, so who would you say Trae Young reminds you of in today's game?
Unfortunately, the guy.
Michael Conley.
No, hell
Oh,
no.
gosh.
The guy from
Exactly.
Overpaid.
Exactly my point. There you go, Lauren. You seeing the vision here, baby. You seeing it. Who you like him to? Go ahead. I dare you say it.
The
Go
yellow,
ahead.
the yellow guy.
He
from
is
Oakland.
nowhere near Steph Curry.
You just said who is it?
Don't be disrespectful to Steph Curry.
Oh, I'm.
Do
very
not be disrespectful to Steph
Very
Curry.
disrespectful.
Do
Steph.
not
I'm not a
disrespect.
fan of the Bay.
Steph Curry is the strongest person on his team. He
the what?
deadlifts the most out of his entire team right now. That is a fact. He's the strongest person on the team, and physicality does not bother him. He gonna cash out on long arms, overplay defense, pressure defense. Don't matter. I will cash out on all of y'all.
You got to give the guy time to develop too.
Oh, then don't overhype him. Nobody wants the cute shit. Okay. Oh,
That's why people like Steph. Anything baby face
Hey guys,
assassin.
you guys brought
all
up
that.
something interesting though. Who are the top 5 point guards in the NBA today? No particular order, just because this is
The
off
yellow
the top.
dude.
That one yellow dude,
Yeah.
the light
Steph,
Yeah, he said it.
Kyrie.
Who? I didn't hear you the second
Steph, Kyrie,
Kyrie?
Irving.
one. Is this in order?
No,
No, it's
just
not.
anyway. Steph, Kyrie, Russell Westbrook. Are we considering James Harden a point guard?
No. Not
He-
this year.
bright. Okay, I was gonna say
No. Okay, so James Harden is not a
shooting
point
For some
guard.
reason,
this
he
year.
missed the third best point guard in the league. I'm still waiting.
Go ahead. Name him.
No, you can go. I was
No,
just
name
waiting
him.
for you.
Give me a
Steph, Westbrook, whichever
Right.
order.
That's
Chris
3.
Paul, of course.
I don't know if Chris.
Top
hold on.
5?
Let's
Chris
let's
Paul is
hold
the
on.
third best point guard in
This
the National
year?
Basketball Association this year, last year, year
Let's
before.
hold on. Let's hold on. Go ahead.
Okay.
Keep
Hold
going.
up, Swole Up. You being really disrespectful.
Let's go
Hold
ahead.
up, Swole Up.
Go ahead. Keep going.
Wall.
Right. Barely.
Burley.
That John Wall dude is
Kyrie.
barely. You already named Kyrie.
No, I didn't.
No, you named
You named Kyrie.
Oh, okay.
Kyrie, I guess, could be 5.
What? Guess?
Yeah, definitely.
You guess?
Yeah.
You tripping. Come on.
I
don't
said
do
he's
that.
5. What do you want me to do?
Kyrie, Russell Westbrook.
You talking about my list?
Yeah.
Oh,
Kyrie.
I'll give it to you in
Russell
order. It's
Westbrook.
fine. Steph Westbrook, however, whatever you want to do with it.
1 and 1A.
Yeah, okay.
Right.
3, Chris Paul. 4, John Wall. 5, Irving.
Okay.
Okay.
And yours?
John Wall will be 5 on that list. I mean, you could take that list, but John Wall will be 5 for me.
5. Okay.
And barely. And I'm really trying to debate right here point guards right now. I'm trying to look like, let me see.
I know.
You got a list of guards
I'm
up?
putting Dame Dollar in mine.
Matter of fact, thank you. How can I forget about you, Dame? Hey, Dame, I'm sorry.
Chris with that.
Yeah, Dame is.
I'm gonna watch him tonight at the Clippers game. Catch me at the Staples Center, guys.
Yeah,
Can you get us in?
yeah, definitely Dame.
Okay, sorry.
Dame is up there above
Dame
Chris
Dollar
Paul.
is okay.
Dame
so
is up there above
here's
Chris
my
Paul.
5.
Come on,
I'm doing Russ, Steph.
This in order?
Yes.
Russ, Steph.
Dame Dollar.
Dame Dollar.
I'm gonna go Dame Dollar. Yeah, that's fine. John Wall. Did I do 5? Is that 5?
No, not yet.
No, not sure you didn't.
Wait.
Russ, Steph. Dame Dollar.
John
Whoa.
Wall. And
Dame Dollar is high.
Yeah, go ahead.
3?
no, John Wall first.
Okay.
Sorry, John Wall.
John Wall don't make that list for me.
What?
Do you know what he's been? You know he's hurt. You know what he's been doing.
Oh, and Irving. Okay, so actually Irving is 3 for me.
Right. So
Yeah.
Russ, Steph, Kyrie, Dame Dollar, Chris Paul. Right.
John Wall.
No, okay, for
Yeah,
you.
for me.
I go with that list. Russ, Steph, Kyrie, Dame Dollar, Chris Paul, then John Wall. Sorry. I don't view John Wall like y'all view him. I view John Wall as a disappointment. A high disappointment.
High disappointment.
Yes.
Why? What's
He's highly
disappointing about
disappointing.
him?
By John Wall?
Yeah.
He should be better than what he is. He should be a better leader. He should be a better player. He should have a better impact on the NBA than what he has.
He's averaging 19-11.
He's
hurt.
disappointing.
I mean, if you hurt and average 19-11, I think that's pretty.
Huh?
If you're averaging 19-11 hurt, I think that's pretty good.
Right, I hear you.
Hurt.
Right, I hear you.
Whatever.
That's cute.
Yeah, it's cute. It's cute as hell.
Okay, guys,
You're the
so
most disrespectful person.
this
I've ever
is
met.
going to be a great part of our show because my man to my left over here, Courtney Chappelle,
Right.
the first episode that I watched, she went on a rant about my main man, Colin Kaepernick.
I know where we're going with this.
Okay.
Come on.
So Jay-Z on Colin Kaepernick, he was on a CNN show and made a lot of comments that were controversial.
Right.
But he said, look at how many people play football.
Right.
They're not all going to be him. Like, he just put his name next to Muhammad Ali.
Right.
Would you rather be playing football, getting your head dinged in, or would you rather be an iconic figure for the rest of your life? We confuse the idea of having a job with fulfilling a purpose.
Right.
So, my question to you is, do you agree with Jay-Z's comparison of Colin Kaepernick to being side by side with Muhammad Ali?
Hell no. Absolutely not. Not Muhammad Ali. No. Nowhere close.
But have you
He didn't sacrifice as
softened
much.
your position
Nope.
on Kaepernick and because he's still not in the league.
Correct.
Okay. He's still donating money to various causes for social issues.
Correct.
And he's still rocking the fro from what I know.
Is
So,
he?
I
Thought
don't
I
know.
had seen
Maybe
him with
not.
braids.
Maybe not. Maybe with braids, but definitely the ethnic look.
Okay.
Okay,
cool.
but no, seriously, have you
No.
Haven't softened it a little bit.
No. Still appreciate him. Appreciate the efforts. Appreciate the stance. Still don't.
Okay, so what
He's-
other guys do you see that are making such a strong, like literally sacrificing their career? Because that is
That I
sacrificing
see.
something.
That I personally see.
Muhammad Ali was still
outside
boxing.
of people that's doing things that's online, not to my own knowledge that I see, no. But that doesn't mean they're not doing it behind the scenes.
No,
They're
but what
doing
she was
they
saying
gotta
was
do.
like, how many people do you see sacrificing their
Careers.
career? Like Muhammad Ali.
His
did.
career was
His
not
career
over.
was not over. This didn't
We
happen.
know that
Backup.
now.
He was
Come
gonna be a
on.
backup. He
Okay,
was
he
But
would
his
have been in
career
the
was
NFL.
he's
He
still
would
going
have
to be
got paid.
collecting money, millions of dollars.
Just like Muhammad Ali sacrificed. No, I'm not putting him on the same level. Hold on. I'm not putting him on the same level before we get into this. But
Muhammad lost real shit.
he lost his
like titles.
He lost real shit.
his career.
He almost went to jail. He had to
Yeah.
go to court about some shit.
Well, also
It
times were
was
different
real.
then, too.
Times were different.
Times were different,
He
too.
was in real shit. This is a sweet
So,
moment for
but
college.
you can't compare, can you compare this time of systematic oppression being literally taken out of your current role of power,
I feel like Muhammad Ali didn't selectively choose when he wanted to be this way.
There we go. That's what I was trying to get. Go ahead. Go ahead.
That's my thing. He selectively chose. Like, if you go right now on Bleacher Report, right, they go Phenom, Super Bowl, Colin Kaepernick. And they got him doing the Kaepernick. When he was,
I saw that.
His signature, right?
Wait, I'm sorry.
That's on Bleacher Report. That's his little, he was dabbing. But they call it Kaepernick. You feel me?
I remember that.
Right.
Do it again?
No. So when he was in that Super Bowl, Trayvon Martin case was really relevant in the world. We all remember that time. CNN everywhere. Colin ain't open his mouth. Colin ain't say nothing. Okay. This is a consistent thing with me. I didn't see anything. His camps weren't, and I don't mean to be racial, but his camps wasn't a bunch of us in them camps. There's pictures. There was a lot of Caucasian faces in them crowds. All.
Okay, but
I don't remember. Now you in Harlem.
Yeah, so what have you done for me lately?
To right.
But it's a what have you done for me lately to me? And this is kind of where, like, you can say that all day. Okay, maybe when he first got into the league, he wasn't...
First three.
Okay, so when he first got into the league, he wasn't on, a Black Power movement.
No, that's not I want you to, before you say that, I don't even want it to be a Black Power movement. I didn't see you with us at all. It's not even that you were Black Power movement.
Even if you're late to the party, there are people that never get there, period. They never arrive to that point. And so to me, you have to acknowledge the sacrifices that he has made.
I do. I appreciate it.
Give him some credit for at least getting there.
Exactly.
Facts.
So
I give him the
whenever
credit.
you acknowledge whatever, that whenever you're in Harlem, at least you get there. There's players that never get there.
Correct.
And so to me, that's who we should be scrutinizing. It's not the Colin Kaepernicks of the world who actually are doing something and saying what they're, saying and being about something. It's the guys that are silent, the guys that could barely they couldn't even kneel. I mean, the bare minimum of protest, they couldn't even do that for fear of being blackballed out of the league. You know what I mean? Like, there's so many...
I know of some people who have family in the NFL that didn't say that's not what their issue were. Their issue...
How is that not your issue, that black men are being killed in the street? That is...
Their issue with kneeling wasn't about that. Their issue was because they were getting behind Colin Kaepernick for something, but there are dudes who feel that there's dudes that know that dude, this wasn't even close to you. We supposed to back you because now all of a sudden you care, so we supposed to ride with you. Just to ride with you.
If you care and if you believe in what he's protesting,
so
then
now,
yes,
so
you are
this was my issue because the comparison
or
of
do
the Muhammad
something
Ali.
else. They're doing nothing.
But because I didn't do it outside
silent.
didn't mean I didn't do it. You can't say if you do something for the public eye, right? And I did it behind the scenes doesn't mean I didn't do what you did.
But what is behind the scenes in something that is so publicly going on? Guys are being killed in the street, so you have to be using your platform to not.
So if I go in community centers in the middle of the hood, I just don't bring cameras with me, and I support, and I'm out here school supplies.
Say that.
Hold on, but if I'm putting them in a program because I don't say nothing and put it on camera, I didn't do it. My contribution.
What guys
to
are
the
doing
community,
that?
My question to you is my contribution.
What guys are doing that?
Before you say that, is my contribution. Does it mean nothing because I didn't bring cameras for the word of soul?
No, it means everything. But how many guys are doing that?
There's a lot. There's a lot though. The dude for the Eagles that stood behind him was doing this before you took a knee. I've been out here helping communities. Just because I didn't put it on the camera don't make me less of you.
The large majority of guys that I've been into these locker rooms.
Correct.
They're silent, both in the locker room, off the field.
How well is Richard Sherman in the community?
Oh, absolutely. But we know that he's very active in the community and he's outspoken about these issues.
Did he do it on the major cameras? Or do he do what he got to do and when they show it, they show it?
But the fact
what about Cam Chancellor?
But we know
what about Marshawn Lynch?
I know about all these guys going into the communities and having cameras there, but I won't.
But what I'm saying is it's not.
It's not major.
I'm not fighting for it to be on networks. I do what I do. When they expose it, they expose it.
To me, the goodness about it being on such a public platform and there being so many cameras is that this became a national conversation that was not happening before.
And the conversation turned to negative.
Well, the conversation, because with all things that, to me, mainstream media does, is that they diminish what the real issue is to create all these other sub-issues so that we don't talk about the real conversations. But that has nothing to do with Colin Kaepernick. That has everything to do with the media and with people that don't want to have these conversations to begin with so that they say it's about everything else.
Correct. Are we having this conversation right now during the Super Bowl? No, not really.
They were.
We are.
Jay-Z bringing up Colin Kaepernick and comparing
They
him
are
to
not going
Muhammad
to
Ali.
speak about this on no major level outside of that. You heard all these Super Bowl questions today. You won't find one person asking
Today
any of
on
them about it.
ESPN First Take, this was a question. That's kind of where I felt.
Correct.
about
ESPN. I'm not
So
talking about. I
that's
said at the Super Bowl, not
Super Bowl
First
media.
Take. I'm talking about
Okay,
Super Bowl media.
potentially.
They not speaking about it. You know why?
Potentially.
Because they not gonna pay it no mind. They don't care. This has always been my thing. They don't care. We
Yeah,
have to
right.
care
That's
about
true.
us. They don't care. So you doing it on that stage, they did exactly what they were going to do in the first place. We're going to move you up out of here. We're going to change the topics, and we don't care what you do. Go over there, and you can do all you want in that community. We not publicizing it. We don't care. They don't care. So to me, I'm not knocking it. I appreciate what you did. I get it. I didn't like your timing. I didn't like when you chose to do it. That's just my personal preference. I felt like the biggest
There's no
stage in the world.
convenience of standing up for something that's right. There's no convenient
The
time to do
Super
that.
Bowl in the middle of a Trayvon Martin case is a great time. How is that not?
If you're not passionate about it, then I wouldn't want you to speak about it. Once you became passionate
bingo,
about
I'm with you. So your passion, the timing was bad for me. Your passion did not wake up
It's still
until they were
happening,
getting
though.
ready to cut your ass.
But it's still happening.
But I'm with you. I agree. But my thing is your passion for the people that are facing these injustices, to me, did not show up until you was getting ready to lose that $20 million check. When it was about to be cut, you felt like one of us. When your ass was at the Super Bowl and we was all out here marching and preaching, you was there for Mighty Wayne commercial.
I feel
you
like a
didn't
lot
feel
of
like
guys
us,
don't
to me.
find their voice their first, second, third year in the league, period. Like, I feel like a lot of these guys are, 20, 21 years, 22 years old. They're just like, ooh, all this butt is being thrown at me, all this money I have, all my friends are ready to come to the games. I wouldn't be thinking about that either.
So you don't think a situation that's on the national media, when you have the biggest NBA, you got the biggest NBA star in the world speaking on this and taking
who's
a
been
protest.
in the league for however many years.
I'm not knocking you, but
and is a superstar and can have that without repercussions because
that
Nike's not
you're making an excuse for his youth when his eyes and his ability to see what's going on in the world is very prevalent. He's seen that. It was all over
his
CNN.
Situation.
They marched all over the world.
I'm just saying.
They marched all over the world.
And he's marching now, and it's still going on. So
This
I don't
is a fact.
see
So what I'm
problem.
saying is, during the Super Bowl, in this moment, when it was there, when it first started, you didn't find it as an issue. You didn't to speak. I didn't say take a knee down. You didn't throw a hoodie on. You didn't throw a picture up. You didn't do nothing. You didn't have no form of care.
What guys in the NFL? I mean, actually, there were guys. There were guys that came out of the tunnel with,
hoodies or their hand of some sort.
They did some kind of cleats thing. Okay.
When you were at the top of the top, at the biggest moment, in the biggest form, you didn't use your voice. I get it. You weren't woke to it. The second year you were in the league, after your Super Bowl run, nothing. We had the Sandra Blands and all that. Nothing. 3 years. Nothing. It wasn't until the summer of, this is just me. I get it. I appreciate his pro. All I know is it wasn't until that moment that then you took the stand. I'm not going to knock you. I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm not saying maybe you got in a situation where your eyes opened up more, you seen a bigger light, and it was like, you know what, I need to say something. I'm not knocking it at all. I just didn't like the timing. I appreciate it. I'm going to always appreciate anybody who stand up for us. Anybody who fight for the minorities, anybody that fight for the little people, I'm going to always appreciate you. But that doesn't mean I have to necessarily agree with your
tactics, timing.
There you go.
Okay.
Feel me?
Well, we'll leave it there. We can agree to disagree on that one.
Mike, what you think about it, though? You didn't answer.
I'm entertained.
Are you not
I agree.
entertained?
Right. I agree with both parties.
Okay.
I agree with. He didn't. It makes me think because I mean we had this conversation like when we first met. I'm like,
right.
Because I was like, yeah, he stood up. He's fighting for what's your issue. But then you say he didn't do nothing first 3 years. I'm like, well, damn, that's a good point. Why didn't you? And you could say, yeah, you wasn't woke. And
I think what more bothers me is the conversation hasn't been had. I haven't heard from Colin since he did it. He had that one press conference. He wasn't like 100% ready or knowing exactly what to say, which is fine. Sometimes you do things and you got to clear your hair. But we 2 years in, and we heard nothing from you.
But then you told me that what you mentioned before is that you like when guys are not in the cameras. And that
but you done jumped it. You done exploded. We done all got behind you. We done all put it like, let's say the whole world. We done behind you. You had other players you got Cromartie who got kicked off a team. Everybody jumped behind this. and you chilling. You
he's not
Instagramming.
Or you donating millions.
You donating and you doing charity, but we don't
getting
hear,
others involved.
We want to hear.
Wanna
Speak.
hear from you.
Come on.
So you want him to be our leader, the face of this
you
movement.
chose that path. I didn't choose it. You chose to be the leader of this movement.
He was designated by our community then to be that leader. He never asked to be that. He literally just did a peaceful.
This is the problem I have.
All he did was a peaceful
That's the problem I have with
protest.
the moment, though. When the moment you went and took that stand, you had to know.
How would you have known?
I'm gonna give you an example right now. If you
There's
choose
so
to
many
take a
things that
stand
go
against,
unnoticed in a football game that people never will. The guy who discovered this whole idea was for the guy from NFL Network, Steve Weish.
Okay.
And he just happened to observe that he knelt during the game, during the national anthem, and asked Colin about it. That became
the story.
The story went viral. Everybody had an opinion on it. So to me, he never asked to be the leader of a movement.
I got a question for you. You're in the media. You've been in the media. You're a woman.
Yes.
There's a lot of things going on with women in sports and a lot, right? Let's say, hypothetically, before it exploded, right? You were in that situation. You was in that stance, and you chose, you know what? I'm about to speak about this. I'm about to make a peaceful protest, or I'm about to do something to speak on this because it need to be heard because there's a lot of us going through this, right?
Yeah.
I'm talking about you and your mind frame right now. Do you not know that you finna be the face of this? Or do you think you're just going to be able to say this and
move on?
It's just move on.
I think you become a part of the conversation, and I think that's, probably what he was hoping for.
I mean, but when you kickstart anything, the first to do anything, and you kickstart, you are that
face.
Dude. You're the face of whatever is kickstarted.
And I think that you should be ready for that, but I don't necessarily.
And when it comes, you got to be able to either be ready or embrace the spirit of what you get. I'm not knocking it, but all right, if you're gonna take this stand, nah, I'm fighting for us. This not cool. Don't do. That's like.
So maybe
it's like jumping in a fight. You punch somebody in the face and then you back up.
The way he's leading right now is by his actions. Do as I do, not as I say. I'm tired of talking about this so that my words can be misconstrued by media and so that I can be a headline. The only headline that I'm going to have is that I'm donating millions. Where are y'all at with it? I mean, I feel like that's maybe where he is right now. But we're going to table this because we have just a tad bit more to get to.
Okay.
And I just wanted to, make sure that but I think that was a great discussion. And I appreciate both of you guys chiming in on that. I think it's an important discussion that we should continue to have, social activism and sports. But we're going to get to the new All-Star format. What were you guys' thoughts? Because we didn't get to talk about it. The NBA All-Star has a new format, the whole drafting of players. It's not the East versus the West anymore. Mm-hmm. NBA All-Star DeMarcus Cousins was injured, and then it was announced that Paul George is going to replace him.
Correct.
John Wall now out for a few weeks with a knee injury.
They got to take a guard, right?
Yeah.
So not really.
It's. I don't think they have to necessarily.
No, they don't have to.
That'd be messed up not to replace a guard with a guard, though.
I mean, I think
Cousins.
Ben's going to get in. Or should.
Ben?
Hell no. Goran Dragic. Goran Dragic. His team is number 4.
I say Lou Will. I'm just going to go for the Clipper now.
Yeah, Lou Will should get in if somebody in the West get hurt. Or on the other side.
There is no...
But it's not an East and West, but it's a LeBron Steph.
Yeah.
Which is East and West.
Yeah.
Ish.
Ish.
Yeah.
They broke it down like that, then they transferred the roster. So if somebody over there, yes, Lou Will got snubbed. I agree. Lou Will should be in there over Clay. Simple and plain. Lou Will should be in there over Clay.
Over Draymond. I say over Draymond.
Draymond and Clay.
I love Klay Thompson. Come to be a Laker, please. I'm just saying.
Lou Will should be in and over him, definitely. No.
Clay is averaging...
Goran Dragic should... He averaging 20.
Yeah.
Goran Dragic should be in over...
Because they're the 4th seed and they have no All-Stars.
They got no All-Stars. They're 4th seed. They wasn't supposed to be there. Nobody expected them to be there.
I don't think Goran Dragic...
And he's carrying them
He's not
through.
an All-Star.
But I mean, like we looking at Philadelphia, who's, 8th?
Yeah, you said Ben Simmons?
Yeah.
Ben Simmons is the real deal.
He could be a rising star.
There you go.
That's more suitable for him. He's not an All-Star.
Bingo.
Wow.
So if you go guard, then who you gonna put besides Goran? You can't have a top 4 team and I got no All-Star, and then you got somebody like Al Horford in with 13 points.
He's a big contributor to what they do.
He is a big contributor. I don't knock him for being an All-Star.
You're a big contributor.
For what they do.
You're a big contributor to what I do.
She's throwing shade at Al.
I'm just saying. I think
Number 4, they should have one. They should have one in there. I do agree. And I'm not even a Miami fan or supporter, but
I'm
they should
sorry,
have
but
one
we
in.
have to cut it short. It is the 3:30 mark. Dun, dun, dun.
Dun, dun, dun.
Thank you guys for tuning in. Tune in next week. We will have another special show.
Next week,
right in front
it
of,
is on.
Before All-Star
All-Star
Weekend.
Weekend.
Follow us on the podcast at ACS Podcast on Instagram. Follow me at Lojo Media.
Any All-Stars listening, All-Star Weekend is here, man. We need some placements around there. Come on, come get us. Hang out.
we're ready.
We ready.
Yeah,
you know?
sponsorship, anything.
Sponsorship, all that, man. We come out to events.
I'll
We
drink the water
available.
like this.
We appreciate y'all for coming out, though.
Thanks a lot.
Thank
Yes.
you for tuning in.